Good morning, my Green Light the Day family. I'm actually making this the night before again because it's already 11 and I still have a couple of hours of work to do tonight. So I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get up early enough in the morning to make and post this. But I wanted to start by sharing this picture behind me. I'm taking an art workshop and so that was our first project that we completed in our first two classes. So that was our little dabbling into silk screening. So we painted the background and then we silk screened on the white and then sponged on the flowers, the reds and that's purple actually, not brown if you were looking at it here. And then silk screened the black on it, and I'm kind of liking how it turned out. The colors aren't true in the video. They're different. They're a richer, deeper color in real life if you're seeing it. But I'm kind of happy about how that turned out. So I'm kind of excited about that class. We're going to be doing different stuff. We're going to be doing a little bit of clay work next week, and we can kind of choose and pick what we want. It's an adult class. There's only 4 of us in it, and so she said basically we can lead and do whatever we want in this class. So anyways, and that kind of it leads me into what I want to talk to you about this week. In the last few weeks I've gotten some feedback from people, various people for various things. So sort of working my way back, things like at my cousin's daughter's wedding, a couple of weekends ago, I spoke, said a few words at the beginning of the supper and then said the grace afterwards. And a few people, said I did a really good job at what I had done. And then, around the gardening and stuff, I had several people saying, good job, you did good, right? And then at work in the past month, we've just got a lot going on. And I've gotten emails on a couple of different occasions from my vice president and from my boss thanking me for my dedication and my work and the good job. And I'm getting all teary about that. But the reason I wanted to tell you that was not to blow my own horn, but I wanted to speak to the importance of that recognition. And by recognition, I don't mean I don't need the whole world to know who Denise is, or what I'm doing. But it sure does go a long way to get some positive feedback about the things that you're working on that mean a lot to you. I'm very passionate about the work that I do because I do it for the patients and for the patient care, right? And the tools that I can give my care providers to provide that care. And so when I get feedback back from my vice president, from my executive director, from my end users, my doctors and my nurses who are using those tools that I'm putting out there to assist with patient care, or on a personal level with things that I've worked hard to do, like all of the canning and stuff like that, or in the case of the words that I spoke to the bride and groom at this wedding, it's stuff that I care about, right? And so when you get that positive feedback, even if you're having some really tough days, and I have been, emotionally still adjusting to mom being gone, but also just a whole lot going on in my personal life, and work has just been getting really ridiculously crazy again. It's just the fuel, it's that fuel that keeps that fire burning, right? And the reason I want to talk about that is I think that in this world, when there are so many negatives and everybody's stressed out and it seems like everybody is so encapsulated in their own world and their issues and the things that they're doing that they fail to look outside sometimes at the people that are around them to recognize and appreciate and show that appreciation to that person for the things that they're doing well, right? And for me as a manager at work, that's really important. And I try really, really hard because as a manager, it's my job to also point out things that need to be done differently, better, or fixed. But it's equally important to tell my staff, and I do it one-to-one, but I also will praise them amongst their peers. But I oftentimes, when somebody has done something that I consider quite exceptional, or that they just really worked hard on something and I know how much effort they put into it, I say thank you. Thank you for a job well done. Give yourself a pat on the back along with the pat that I'm giving you. And I also try really hard to do that with my friends and my family. When they're doing really well at something, I try to praise them in that. I just believe that we, as fellow human beings, have a personal responsibility to those fellow human beings, whether they're our friends or our family or our colleagues, to look them in the eye with sincerity and say, well done. Because sometimes it's the difference in that one little comment between a really horrible day that you want to crawl under the covers and forget, or at the end of the day saying, you know, it wasn't a bad day. Some crappy stuff happened, but it was okay, right? Anyways, that's all I want to share with you today. I hope that you guys take the time to be aware and cognizant of those people around you and to show your appreciation of them and the things that they do for you or other people or in their job or whatever the case may be. When it's a job well done, you know, pay them the honor of recognizing them and appreciating the work and effort that they did. I hope you're taking care of yourself and each other. Make a great day.